All right, thank you all so much for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. If we haven't met, my name is Holly. If it's your first time practicing yoga with me, just have fun, take it easy, listen to your body. If anything that I describe or that I demonstrate doesn't feel right for you, know that you can always modify it. You can do something else or you can skip it entirely. And if there's something that you're like a little unsure of, just make a mental note and ask me after class. I'm always happy to answer questions. So we're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body before we hop into what we call 26 and 2 yoga. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your side, standing up nice and tall. You've carved out 60 minutes just for yourself. This is self-care, right? Self-care is community care. So good for you for showing up for yourself, showing up for your community today. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, arms with your ears fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, push your hands into the floor, feel your biceps engage, and then step back into a high plank or tabletop position, abdomen in. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down as if you're pulling yourself to the floor. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or push into the floor and do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. For down dog, you can pedal out your legs, bend one leg, straighten the other, then lift your heels to the ceiling. Try to press your heels down to the floor. Push your hands into the floor like you're pushing up onto a ceiling. If down dog is not speaking for you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward and step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, root to rise, look up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, arms with your ears, fold. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, weight in the balls of your feet, shoulders away from your ears, back flat. Exhale, hands to floor, push your hands into the floor and step back either into a high plank or tabletop. Now, if that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, lower down like you're pulling yourself to the floor. Inhale, punch up either into up dog with thighs off the floor or Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or remember you can take a child's pose. So when I give modifications to postures, one is not better or worse than the other, they're just different, so keep that in mind. Hug your elbows in. Notice if you're pressing your wrists down. Instead, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, try to come up with a flat back. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down like you're pulling yourself to the floor. Inhale your up dog or Cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, for the last down dog, try to get heels to the floor. If your heels are not touching the floor, keep your hands shoulder width distance, but take a slightly wider stance with your feet. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, push your legs back, look for your thighs behind you. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. We're now going to hop into what we call 26 and 2 yoga. It's 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises done around the world. This is a 60-minute format, so it goes kind of fast. Keep that in mind. We will start with one of the 2 breathing exercises in 26 and 2. This is Pranayama, deep breathing. Bring your feet together, middle of your mat, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue all of your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, imagine you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Exhale through your mouth, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in your heels, kneecaps lifted, hips a little forward, abdomen in. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We do 2 of almost everything. Second set might be more familiar. I will show you from the side. Feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs. Glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So at the beginning of class, we're working on the range of motion with our neck, and we're also filling up our lungs. Exhale, head up. So if you have a tight neck and your head doesn't go back all the way, that's okay. Just look up towards the ceiling, stretch your arms forward, push your elbows together to touch. Inhale, head down. Slowly the neck and shoulders open up. Chin down, look straight ahead, elbows up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. So one day head drops all the way back, never forcing your body. Keep exhaling, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So weight stays in the heels, back flat from the side, keep shoulders over hips. Hips over heels, weight in the heels. Exhale, head up. Try not to back bend, just your head drops back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in, expand your rib cage to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath, second set. Deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue with Artichramasana with Tadasana. Half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together. Inhale your arms over your head. Palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. It's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you in this class. So when I bend to the right, it might look like I'm bending to the left. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Just know that we're gonna do the right side of postures first. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, upper body back, squeeze your palms together. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're creating a stretching feeling on the left side of your body all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day. We're kind of in a seasonal transition. There's no rush. There's nowhere you have to be. There's nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe through your nose. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle, and reset. Hips forward, arms back. Keep the weight in your heels, stretch up tall, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down without bending elbows and knees. So in yoga, it's all about form before depth. If you come down all the way, but the elbows and knees are bending, it doesn't feel very good tomorrow morning, right? So lock your arms, lock your legs, breathe through your nose. Push your right hip forward to get your hips facing the front of your mat, and bring your left shoulder forward so your chest, rib cage, and armpits are also facing the front of your mat. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture that I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a shake. Look for the floor behind you, eyes open. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, arms with your ears, go down with a flat back. Fold, hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, just keep in mind the hamstrings in the back and the hips, they're not quite warmed up yet, so take it easy. Tadasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down. Throughout the posture, touch stomach to thighs. Chest to knees, so knees can stay bent. If you'd like, relax your head more. See if you can touch your face to your shins. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend. Very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller, right? That's the whole goal. Second set, feet together, arms overhead, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Come down without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, without holding your breath. Relax your face. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line, right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Throughout class, you will hear cues to go deeper into the postures like push, 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 or kick, 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 twist, twist, twist. That does not have to apply to you. If you are new, if you are dealing with an illness or an injury, you can stay light and lifted. Remember, all you have to do is breathe. When you feel good, when you've got the alignment, that's when you go deeper. Come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. If you can see your hands, notice if your wrists are bending and the hands are coming apart. Squeeze your palms together, push your hands back and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, flat back. Exhale, go down with a flat back. Safe for the back. Hands to floor. Relax your head, go for another walk, stomach in, bend your knees, shake your head. You've been here before. Notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight and tender. There's no right or wrong answer to that. Second set, you just proceed accordingly. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. So you're pulling to stretch the spine, but anytime, especially in forward folds, if your back starts to like tug and not in a good way, ease up a little bit. Otherwise, if the back is feeling good, you're going to pull to stretch. There's not a lot of pulling action in yoga. So this is a really good movement for the body here. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Change, come on up, try to come up with a flat back. Knees can bend. Good, arms down. And you'll let that one go. Awkward Ookatasana, chair pose. Step your right foot to the right about 6 inches. Hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight, abdomen in, bend your knees. Sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair and start to lean back. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips forward, spread your toes wide, and lift your heels up. So we're starting to play with balance here. Lift your heels like you're in stiletto heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. LOL, remember heels? Haha, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into onto a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. So knees together. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down, and then stop when there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, soften your shoulders, re-engage your fingertips. Change. Come on up, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So the first part's like a gym squat. You can stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Start to shift everything back. So shift your shins back, knees back, hips back, and then lean back, chin up, chest up. Good, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Second part, rather than sticking your butt out, press your hips forward, tuck your tailbone under, and now lift your heels. Stretch up, abdomen in, bend your knees, and sit down. Notice if your knees are coming in or out, point the knees and big toes forward, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down, and change. Inhale to come up. Last part, keep your arms there, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Try to go slow. That's how we gain the strength, the balance, the control. Stop when there's still a little bit of a gap between your hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Lift your breastbone up, engage your abdominal wall, and change. Slowly come up, knees together. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Identify the right side of your body. Identify the left side of your body. Don't mix them up. Remember, I'm not mirroring you. Here we go. Inhale, arms overhead. We're gonna do the right side. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm. Right arm under left arm. Cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrist. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair. Try to stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down, and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right. Pull elbows down, try to get thumbs towards your nose, pinky fingers away from your face. Bend your knees, sit down, just like chair pose, awkward pose, stay down there, and bring left leg over right leg, left over right. Now this side might look a little or a lot different than the other side. On the other side, my fingers are kind of in line, my foot wraps. On this one, you just point your toes towards your calf. So we're not symmetrical, right? One side of a posture might feel a little or a lot different than another, and that's okay. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, shift the weight back into your heel, sit down, and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the right side again. Right arm under left arm. So eventually fingers in line. In this style of yoga, you want to get your fingers below your nose. Bend your knees, sit down, try to stay down there, and bring right leg over left leg, cross twist and breathe. So in most styles of yoga, in Garasana, eagle pose, you would lift the arms up. But in this one, we're pulling the elbows down to decompress the neck and shoulder. Push your left hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, right shoulder a little forward, 2 shoulders in line, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, bring the left arm, zoom, under right arm, pull elbows down, sit down, try to keep your hips down low, and bring left leg over right leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back, bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time, grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. It's lovely to see you all. Welcome, Nicole. Okay. So for the next 3 postures, we continue to balance on one leg. If you fall out, just hop back in. So you always end on one foot. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Sharasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your right thigh up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, abdomen in. Option to stay here. You're working on your balance, your hip flexor strength, patience, and control. When you're ready, you're gonna start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot, like you're about to help your best friend over a fence. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. You're welcome to stay here in the setup of standing head to knee. If you've been coming for a while, you can keep your left leg pretty straight and engaged. When you're ready, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs lock, start to bend your elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left thigh up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. It's a great way to strengthen your ankle and stretch your Achilles and calf. Option to stay here with your abdomen in, start to round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. If rounding down this much does not feel right for your back, know that you can also start with your knee and thigh a little higher into your chest. If your standing leg is locked, inhale and lift your left leg up. It's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If your standing leg is bending a lot, try to lift your hips up so that your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe, and then lift your right kneecap up. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, stomach in. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, squeeze your left thigh, lift your right leg, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down. So contract your outer thigh, inner thigh, squeeze your left butt cheek, pick up your foot, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. Takes a long time to lock both legs. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out. Very nice. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift your right kneecap, contract your inner thigh, outer thigh, squeeze your right butt cheek, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, abdomen in, round down, and pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Keep breathing, relax your jaw, engage your abdominal wall. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, that'll take a while, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, and put your forehead on your knee. This is a really hard posture. A lot of styles of yoga don't do it for that reason. So wherever you are, know that you're doing great. Lock your leg, lock your leg, lock your leg. Change. Take your time as you reverse out. Good for you. So that was a forward curl. Next, we're going to do a back bend. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. If you're new to this style of yoga, listen extra careful for the next 10 seconds because the grip for this posture is a little confusing. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back. So without turning or twisting your wrist, right? You're not going to do any of this. You're going to keep your palm facing out, reach back and pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with the index finger. If this grip is confusing, you can grab the outside of your foot. And when you're ready, you're just going to walk your hand around and grab the inside of your foot. Bring your left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Remember, this is a back bend. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring your body down and your leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. If you fall out like I did, you just hop back in. Slowly bring the body down, leg up. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard, body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up. Out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. I'll stand a little bit closer. So shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist, face out. Pick up the inside of your foot. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand as you charge your body forward. Take your time. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Remember that it's a back bend. Keep your chin and chest lifted, but start to tilt the belly button down towards the floor. Actively push your left foot into your left hand. So right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Feel the shoulders stretching apart. Chest starts to open, and then you drop the left hip down. Relax your face. Relax your right toes. Point your left toes. Body down more. Leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly. Kick yourself up. Second set. Bring your right hand up. Out to the right. Reach back. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Left arm up. Right hip forward. Thighs together. Lock your left leg. Point your right toes. Take a breath. Stretch up. And slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand. Stretch forward. Breathe through your nose. Left shoulder forward. Right shoulder back. Right hip down. Keep your chin and chest proud. Lift your left kneecap. Point your right toes. Come down. Kick and kick and kick. Change. Come on up. Last one. Here we go. Bring your left hand up. Out to the left. Reach back. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. Right arm up. Left hip forward. Thighs together. Lift your right kneecap. Point your left toes. Take a breath. Stretch up. And slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. All 5 fingers together. Thumb with your index finger. Palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor. Left hip down. Left shoulder back. Right shoulder forward. Puff up your chest. Stick your butt out a little bit. Get the back bend. Body down. Leg up. Try to touch your big toe to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Come on up. Come to the back of your mat for Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms together. Interlock your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Imagine there's a board strapped to your back. Lean back. Step your right foot forward. Stretch up and slowly tilt like a slow moving seesaw. So you want to go down with a flat back. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom. Not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down. Whew. Right foot back. Lean back. Step your left foot forward. Stretch up. Point your right toes and tilt. So imagine like a tug of war and you're the rope, right? You're charging your body forward and stretching your big toe back. Bring the chest down, chin up, leg up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms slowly down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your toes, and when you're ready, tilt. So sometimes when we're dealing with an illness or an injury, this setup is enough. Just keeping your arms with your ears, maybe lifting the left leg slightly off the floor is enough. When you're ready, then you'll come down, chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt. So make sure that you're always honoring your body's limitations, right? Yoga can be challenging, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain. Chest down, leg up, palms together, stretch. Change, good. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough balancing. Come to the top of your mat. You can turn to the right and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana Bikram Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum. Arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs. Lift your chest, swan dive forward. Good. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, try taking a slightly bigger or smaller step. And if you still can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet, pinky toes, or if you have tight knees and hamstrings, start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, find your edge. You want the weight in the balls of your feet, so you could almost lift your heels off the floor. Lift your hips up, then lift your kneecaps up, lock your legs, pull, stretch. Try to touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Take your time as blood flow reverses. Keep your feet wide apart. We're gonna transition to triangle, Trikonasana. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out and take a bigger step. Our version of triangle is a little bit different from other styles of yoga. It's more like a warrior pose, but there's no war. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge. So the idea here is you want to sit down as low as you can. One day your right thigh will be parallel to the floor. Taking a bigger step or rotating your hips forward might help you sit down more. When you can't sit down anymore, lean back and move your arms at the same time. If your thigh isn't parallel to the floor, maybe just have your wrist or forearm in front of the knee, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder and breathe. You want a long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. So you're not like collapsing the spine down, but you're also not keeping it all the way lifted, right? As you're ready, when the hips and knees start to open up, you're gonna sit down more. So one day it's the elbow in front of the knee with the right thigh bicep parallel to the floor. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, other side. Make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge. Again, you can take a bigger or smaller step, or turn your right toes in and push your right hip forward if it helps you to sit down. Lean back and move your arms. Left elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingers between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Breathe through your nose. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg. Keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in, and bring your arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Pivot on your heels to one side of your mat. For standing, separate leg head to knee, Dandayamana Bikram Janu Sharasana. Turn your back left toes in, and then press your left hip and left shoulder forward. You want to even out your hips and shoulders. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly. So this is a rounded spine posture. This is one to be cautious of if you have a history of slip discs or your back is just not feeling great today. If you ever find that your back is like pulling or tugging and not in a pleasant way, ease up a little bit. You don't have to round your spine so much. When you're ready though, you're gonna round your spine so much that your forehead and knee touch. That's why it's called head to knee pose. To get your head and knee closer together, you can take a bigger step. You can turn your back toes in more, and you can bend your front leg to touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, come up, arms with your ears, hands together, head up, last. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, press your right hip forward, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So round your spine, chin to chest, stomach in, abdomen in, bend your left leg if you need to, I do, touch your knee and head together. So touching a forehead to a knee might sound kind of arbitrary. I think it's kind of a miracle. If you can touch your forehead and knee together, you're telling me you can round your entire upper body over half of your lower body. All of your vertebrae over one femur bone. True extension of the spine, true compression to the abdominal wall. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, arms with your ears, change. Slowly uncurl like you're unrolling your yoga mat, head up, last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Second set, stretching. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum. I'm gonna show you from the side, toes in, heels out, chest up, swan dive forward. If you have active sciatica, point your toes forward so the insides of your feet are parallel. If you do not have sciatica, you can turn your toes in. So it's a little bit of an internal rotation of the hips and pelvis. If you can grab your feet here, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, lift your shoulders up to the ceiling, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward, find your edge, lock your legs, flatten out your back, try to touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time, try to come up with a flat back, press your hips forward. Second set, triangle, hips forward, lean back, turn your right foot out, maybe left toes in a little bit, take a bigger step. Bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, not your heel. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Make sure all 5 fingers together. Wrist straight, wrist on top of shoulder. Triceps tight. Reach your left arm up. Stretch your right arm down. Feel this huge opening across your chest. Sit down more. Chest up more. Turn, twist, lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Other side. Left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale. Bend your left leg, sit down, be humble, move your arms, left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, look up, stretch up like you're trying to touch the ceiling and your big toe at the same time. Again, huge stretch across the chest. If you feel like your feet are coming apart, try to squeeze your heels back together, feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, palms together. Second set, head to knee, pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your hips forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your right foot all the way down. Stretch your fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bend your front leg, try to touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, abdomen in, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, biceps with ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you. Make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross. Turn your back toes in. Push your right hip forward, palms together, wrist straight, stretch up, and go down. Arms with ears. Move your hips forward. So hips to ribs, ribs to hips, belly button to ceiling, forehead to knee, front side compression. If your hands are separated, maybe start to walk them back together, but maybe thumbs crossed, one day palms together. Just working on your balance as well as the compression to the front of the body. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. Head up last. Very nice. Pivot on your heels. Right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. We're going to balance again, and we're going to open the hips, starting with our version of tree pose Tadasana. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. For this version of tree, we're working on lotus pose. So you want to touch your heel to your costume so the sole of the right foot is flat to the ceiling. Other versions of tree, right foot is on the inside of the thigh. This version, foot is on top of the thigh. You can bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Option to stay here or flow to another fun balancing posture called toe stand. Without bending your left leg, so keep your left leg straight, you're going to fold forward, and at first you're just dangling forward until eventually hands can touch the floor. If your hands can touch the floor, walk your hands forward and lean forward, put the weight in your arms, lift your left heel, bend your left knee, sit down. So as you sit down, the weight is in your arms, not your knee. Start to walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Whether you're in tree or toe, keep your chest super proud, spine straight. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, maybe come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or to reverse out. Straighten your standing leg first, and then press your hips forward. Good. Change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly let your left knee drop down and back. Never force your body. If it hurts to have your knee drop, you can hold on to your knee with your hand, or you can always have your foot a little bit lower on your thigh. Okay. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. Option to stay here or start to fold forward, toe stand. Hands to floor, lean forward first. Once the weight is in your arms, then bend your knees, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg first, and then press your hips forward. Very nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, and then turn around, Savasana. We're on the floor for the rest of class. So I'm gonna adjust my camera angle here a little bit. Okay, good for you. So lie on your back, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, close to your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. So I was saying this yesterday when we had that gorgeous 60-degree weather in DC. This style of yoga, because it's the same sequence every time, is really handy when you're going through a transition. It can be a seasonal transition or like a life transition, right? Like changing jobs or a different relationship or friendship or whatever that is. Because the postures stay the same, this kind of becomes your control group. So as the weather changes, as other things in your life change, that you have this yoga familiarity to come back to. You can also measure like, wow, this posture feels way different when it's 70 degrees out and bright and sunny versus when it's 30 degrees out and gray and cold, right? We start to notice how different aspects of our life affect our yoga practice and vice versa. Uttanasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee. Nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. This is part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder. Try to keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, that's normal. Try flexing your right toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs, lift up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. And the other cool thing to know about this style of yoga is it's practiced around the world, and it's a little bit like speaking a language. So you can actually, I've done this, like go to a country where you don't speak the language and find their 26-2 yoga studio. And you can like take class with them, right? And then you can make friends with the locals and it's great. So this is like a nice little habit or practice to have in your back pocket for post-COVID when we can travel again as well. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out and down. This posture is really good for digestion. We're purposely putting pressure on the lower abdomen. So if you ever have a stomach ache, this is a good posture to do. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. It's also good for grip strength. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands, white knuckle grip. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another hug, good for you. Try to keep your heels in line side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your feet, you line up your hips and by extension your spine. So imagine the shoulders and hips slowly softening to the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side and meet us on your stomach. If your back's feeling good and you're feeling sassy, let's do a sit-up. Legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Round your spine, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good, everybody turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bujongasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor below your shoulders. Bring your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. So this is called Cobra Pose for a reason. Rather than having two legs, imagine you have one tail, like a snake. Feet together, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, push your feet, hips and hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down by your sides, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows stick up. Feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. In this version of Cobra, elbows stay bent, hug your arms into your sides. The postures that we do on the stomach are called the spine strengthening series. All of these postures are really good for strengthening your back. So if you sit at a desk all day or you just tend to have back pain, these are your postures. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. If it bothers your neck and shoulder to look left and right, you can bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face, and that'll take some pressure off of the neck and shoulder. Next is locust shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, Arm straight position, palms face the floor, knuckles face the ceiling. As you're ready, bring your arms underneath you, so one day pinky fingers touch. If your thumbs are touching, flip your palms the other way. Palms face the floor like you're about to bump a volleyball. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Lift your thigh, press your shoulders down. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Now, this is a good example of arms under the body is often uncomfortable. If your arms are a little uncomfortable, that's okay. But if your wrists or elbows are like, ouch, ouch, in pain, bring your arms out to the side. Change. Left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. But you want to make sure your palms face the floor. It's safer for your shoulders. So mouth down, feet together. Lock your legs, knees together. Point your toes and both legs. Lift up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it. Struggle a little harder, don't give up. Mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down. Bring your arms out and look to the right. As you release the arms from under the body, you release the tourniquet effect. Fresh blood rushes through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Second set, locust. Chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Arms can stay out to the side, or as you're ready, bring your arms underneath you, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. Try to keep your hip and forearm in contact. Notice if you're pushing your wrists down. Spread your fingers wide. Try to press down through your knuckles and the space between your index finger and thumb. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Relax your face, lock your left leg, point your left toes, squeeze your left glute, lift your thigh up. Change, left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. Make up your mind, hold a high vision for yourself. Mouth down, feet together, squeeze your buns, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up. So press your hips into your forearms, forearms into hips for leverage. Push your hands back, shoulders down, mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left, and let that one go. Bring your chin forward and your arms out to the side like airplane wings for full locust. Pranayama, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off, just your hip bones on the floor, rest of your body is in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. This posture is so good for strengthening your back. Keep your feet together, arms out, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your right, left ear on your mat. So you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. So you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not dropping your head all the way down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. All 5 fingers together, stretch your arms apart, keep your feet together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, lower down, look to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. Okay, Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. If you can't, grab both feet. First set, grab your right foot with your right hand, left arm out in front. Second set, you're gonna switch it up. Otherwise, both feet, squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Point your toes, chest up, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change, lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat. Take a breath. Good. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and kick. My ear just started ringing. And if you've ever seen Children of Men back in the day, I always remember that line where Julianne Moore is like, you hear that ringing? That's the only time you'll ever hear this frequency of sound again. I don't know if that's true, but that's what goes through my mind anytime my ear starts to ring. Bring your knees in, feet out. That has nothing to do with yoga. Point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your left, take a breath. Chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat, Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm. I'll show you the first set from the side. Start in tabletop position, open your knees, open your feet, and as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until slowly one day hips sink down to the floor. Put your hands on your feet. I'm gonna run into my coffee table here. Put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Especially for my friends who do like other physical activities like running or cycling or skiing or soccer, basketball. This posture is really good for you, but you might not get very far into it, right? Because we're stretching those tight joints in the lower body. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. I will say, if you've never seen Children of Men, it's a good movie. I don't know that I would recommend like watching it during a pandemic, but it's a good movie. And one of the things that's really cool about it is the director, Alfonso Cuarón, who's one of my favorite directors. If you watch that movie, what he does is it never leaves the perspective of the main character. So every single frame, the main character is in it until the very end. So you're always watching from his perspective, which is also true of yoga. See how I brought that around? So yoga is about self-realization, self-actualization, self-love. We get to see the world from our own perspective. Empathy is great, compassion is great, seeing the world from other people's perspectives is super important, but this is 60 minutes just for you. Self-care is community care. You can always skip sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat, second set, fixed firm, open your knees, open your feet. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you or behind you the whole time. One day butt to the floor, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head and hold. Send a deep breath to one part of your body that could use a little extra love. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, very nice, turn around, Savasana. As you release from the posture, you release the tourniquet effect on the lower body. Fresh blood flows through the toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips. Sometimes the release from the posture is as healing, especially to scar tissue or arthritic joints, as the posture itself. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Artichramasana. I'm showing you from the side. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up. Palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Knees together, feet together, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor, active arms. Tilt your pinky fingers down, try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with your ears, abdomen in, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So when we take time for ourselves, when we take time to better understand our unique worldview, then it is easier for us to extend that compassion to other people as well, while setting healthy boundaries. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so if you can set boundaries for yourself within your yoga practice, you're practicing setting boundaries outside of your practice as well. Knees, feet together, arms over your head, palms together. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it. Stand on your shins, stretch up and go down. You can always put one or both hands on the floor, or eventually go down forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, come on up, knees, feet together, arms with your ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. If the sit-ups are bothering your back, please skip them by rolling off to the side. The sit-ups, like everything else we do, are optional. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Very nice, come to the top of your mat. I'm gonna show you from the side again. Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers towards the floor. As we start to open the front of the body, you might feel your central nervous system kick on, so just keep that in mind. When you're ready, look up, lift your nose, lift your chin. If it feels good, relax your head back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here with your hands on your back, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you start to feel a little dizzy, nauseous, or lightheaded in this back bend, please don't take it personally. It's an involuntary central nervous response that we're learning how to work through rather than around. Change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So when we expose the front of our body, sometimes our heart rate picks up, right? Because we're exposing our organs and all that stuff. We have this adrenaline rush outside of class as well. And sometimes, like if you're running from a bear, it's really helpful, but other times it's really not helpful, right? To have that involuntary response. So through yoga and especially through back bends, we have this opportunity to like be in a safe space and work through that response and be able to maintain a little bit of calm and cool. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So if this posture makes you feel some kind of way, there's nothing wrong with you. If nobody's told you yet today, there's nothing wrong with you. However, if it bothers your knees, roll up your mat a little bit so there's extra padding under your knees. Put your hands on your back, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open. Sometimes this is enough, right? We're just opening through the front of the body. One day look up, one day head drops back. This is really good for undoing all of that tension from like looking at your phone all day. One day go back halfway, one day grab your heels. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's safer for your spine. Good. Change. Put your hands on your back. Push yourself up. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. Head to the front of your mat. Feet to the back of your mat. Okay. Legs together. Arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest. Sit up. That was our deepest back bend. Next, we're going to do our deepest forward curl. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So this is called Rabbit Sasangasana. We're rounding the spine. Try to touch your forehead to your knees, top of head to floor. You might have to adjust your ponytail. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. Again, this is a rounded spine posture. If your back is like tugging or pulling and not in a pleasant way, ease up a little bit. Eventually hips over knees, shoulders to the ceiling, heels together. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Take your time. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. So after that stimulating back bend, we very intentionally do a soothing, calming, cooling forward curl. Second set, rabbit, let's hop to it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of your mat and tell second set. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. You can put your hands on your back like you're putting them in your back pockets and then just slide your arms down. Grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Chin to chest, abdomen in, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, squeeze your heels together, move your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, almost to the end, everybody's doing great. We're gonna do one set of head to knee, one set of stretching, and flow that straight into our one set of spine twist. Bada bing, bada boom, legs together, arms over your head, zoom, 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 tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, Sharasana, head to knee pose, one set, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make a 90-degree angle, no wider. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and bring your knee and head together. You can bend your right leg if you'd like. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing. Under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back. Bend your elbows down, opening through shoulder blades, scapula. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lie down and sit up. Paschimottanasana, stretch in, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. I'm going to show you from the side. 10 to 15 times in this posture. Rather than rounding your spine, try to keep your spine nice and flat. Knees can stay bent, eventually legs straight or even locked. Inhale, puff up your chest, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Go down with a flat back, stomach to thighs. Pull, chest to knees stretch. One day, toes and head touch. Good, change. Stay seated, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to your left knee. Right arm behind you, left arm up. Bend over, grab left knee with left hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or wrap it behind you for a half bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'm gonna show you from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor. You can also have your right leg straight out in front of you. Left arm close behind you, right arm up and over. Try to grab right knee with right hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. Again, you can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So in 26 and 2 yoga, we start with a breathing exercise, pranayama, deep breathing, and we end full circle with a breathing exercise, kapalabhati, skull shining breathing. Final breathing, here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly, sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. For this version of kapalabhati, you're gonna exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will automatically take in air, so the exhale is quite audible, but the inhale is very subtle. You barely notice it's happening. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down, and away we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five, pat on the back, especially if that was your first time doing that. Good for you. Nicole, it is lovely to have you here. We finished a couple minutes late, so if you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Give yourself a minute here. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. And take a deep, life-giving breath. If you'd like, you can set an intention for the rest of your day, maybe a word that you want to guide you, like compassion or patience. And just breathe that in for a moment. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And all is coming. Thank you, friends. It is lovely to have you here.